One day I just woke up, I was like, I'm going to go somewhere where it's sunny. And I had a few friends here, and they were telling me, come to Dubai, come to Dubai.
Have you seen any key differences in Dubai compared to UK?
This very big golden ball of fire that you get to see a lot more.
Yeah.
What is that one thing that you would be like, okay, you're stressed, you're feeling a bit low, this is what you can do. Like from where I come from, in yoga, they say pranayam, which is like, breathing in and out. So I practice that a lot of time, feeling a bit stressful, feeling a bit low in energy. What do you think is your...
It's really funny that you referred to yoga. He's as solid as he should be. He shouldn't fall over.
So, right, fun questions for you. What is your guilty pleasure food?
Yes, we do get exercise more regularly. More importantly, they have the benefit from it. And when they see the benefit, then you don't want to stop that, do you?
Sure.
Okay?
But how do you push them to do it consistently?
Straight away, you're going to feel the glutes firing. There you go, see? You did that? Now, this is how not to do it. Okay? So continue. We're going to fix this, right? Not finished yet. Back to work.
So hi Ryan, welcome to Walk the Talk. Today we are not going to just walk the talk, we are going to exercise the talk. And hopefully with this conversation, idea is simple, like have a fun conversation and hopefully inspire our audience today to hit pause on this video and head straight to the gym. So let's start with how you ended up in the UAE and what's your journey has been into this personal training, and so if you could share some light on that.
Very good question. Obviously, I'm here from the UK, you can tell by my accent, and more importantly, I had enough of the weather. So if you've ever been to the UK, it's not the best of weather. You wake up, it's raining, it's grey, it's miserable. So when you work in a field that requires you to be positive and ambitious and driven, waking up into a negative atmosphere isn't the best thing to do. So I thought, you know what? One day I just woke up, I was like, I'm going to go somewhere where it's sunny. And I had a few friends here, and they were always telling me, come to Dubai, come to Dubai. So I came, and I thought, all right, this is nice. And basically, in everyone's surprise, I said, I'm going. And they were like, what?
Wow.
Yep, off we go. So long story short, jumped on a plane. I've been here 5 weeks, and I'm still getting the ropes of the place, but I'm loving the positivity that is basically everywhere you go. Everywhere you go is positive, it's driven. Everyone's, trying to raise everyone's game. So here I am, here we are. That's for another conversation. Yeah. But yeah.
Just into 5 weeks and we are recording a podcast in Dubai. It's amazing. May I know, have you seen any key differences in Dubai compared to UK? Like what have you noticed different here in this part of the world?
There's a very big golden ball of fire that you get to see a lot more.
Yeah, exactly.
And with that golden ball of fire, that puts energy onto you.
Okay.
You feel energized, you feel good, you feel happy, and you can go off about your day. Now, obviously, you only get that probably about 2 months of the year in the UK. So that's my big standpoint. Second standpoint would be driving on the opposite side of the road.
Oh, yes. Yeah, because I'm also from India. I'm used to UK side of roads, and
there you go.
It was also a big game changer, moving to UAE. But yeah, but do you like it? Like, are you liking it? Are you getting used to it?
I'm an experienced driver, so it's if you're driving from Birmingham, I'll tell you something now. Birmingham might be somewhat similar to like Mumbai. Okay, I'm telling you now. And everyone said to me, "Wait till you get to Dubai, and it's even crazier the driving." And I says, "Yeah, what's the problem? I can do that easily." And it's basically the same side of driving, just on the opposite side of the road.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
So how was the move to Dubai? Was it smooth? Did you face any hassles, or how has been your journey?
Other than the obvious, learning what an Ajari is, learning what a Diwar is, learning about all these variations, getting a driving license, and all these things that you have to learn along the way. We've kind of met each kind of sticking point and gone, right, how do we overcome that? We've gone on to the next phase and the next phase. So like I said, 5 weeks, there's not a day that's gone by where we haven't oh, we've got to do that. Oh, we've got to do that.
Yeah.
You know, we're just kind of getting to that settling phase. But like you say, probably another 5 to 6 weeks, and then we can say, we're settled. You know?
Perfect. No, that's really good. And may I ask what made you, choose this sort of profession of personal training, fitness, and everything? What was there any moment in your career when you thought, okay, no, let's just leave it, or I'll try this? Because this is not very typical sort of profession. I mean, especially in my part of the world. So yeah, if you can.
Well, it started off
Yeah.
about 18 years ago.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a very, very long time.
18 years.
And a friend of mine kind of got me into the gym. We were working together, and he had a bit more muscle on than me. I was like this big, you know. And he said,
I can't imagine.
Come to the gym.
Yeah.
It was a long 18 years ago.
Yeah.
That's how long it takes to look like this, by the way. And
I need to start today.
start today.
Yeah.
You know, by your 50, you'll be okay.
Exactly. You guessed my age correctly.
Yeah.
I'm 32.
There you go.
So,
And basically, I just found a love for the gym.
Yeah.
And funny enough, that same friend that got me into the gym, he's over in Dubai.
Wow.
And we kind of stayed in contact with each other over the years. And just recently I managed to meet up with him, and that was pretty awesome. Showing him, how to exercise properly now, whereas he used to be the more knowledgeable one. But yeah, long story short, got a love for the gym. Thought, you know what, I really enjoy helping people and see people lift, just like I've kind of raised my game. And yeah, for over that long period, I've bounced from chain gyms such as Virgin Active and Nuffield Health, and moving on to my own businesses. And obviously here I am today, where I've gone, this is where I really take things, or more importantly, this is how I elevate my business.
Yeah, no, amazing. I mean, like your company, Elevate, I mean, it's such a good name, and so of course, the idea is to uplift people and make them, move at least from their cozy places and, do some sort of exercises. Yeah, on that note, may I ask, do people watching and everyone around the world, do they need to actually hit the gym, or they can simply become fit by staying at home, or by changing some of the habits they have in life, daily routine?
It's a difficult question to give you a one-word answer.
Yeah.
It's not to the point where there's only one path for everybody.
Right.
Let's just typically say someone who's kind of housebound, they work from home, they don't really leave the house. Yeah. And I can imagine that's quite a lot in Dubai.
Yeah.
Notice that everything's literally on your phone, on your fingertips.
Exactly.
So you need a reason to get out of that room.
Yeah.
Okay, or out of your house. And yes, you can have a facility like this in your apartment, fantastic. But when you kind of step that a little bit further and you go to a gym, or you get outside and you go swimming in the sea or an outdoor pool or something like that, you're already making those small habits and hobbies essentially into a healthier, fitter lifestyle. So it's a progressional phase. Okay, it requires you to elevate, get off your chair, and get out. If you want to raise your game, you've got to get up and get going. So my advice would be, in short, don't sit there thinking about it. Get up and do it.
Exactly. I mean, as you rightly said, one size doesn't fit all. So everyone has to figure out what suits them, whether it's gymming, whether it's swimming, whether it's walking, running, whichever they can. But at least do something.
It doesn't have to be the one thing that you love straight away.
Right.
You might do running, hate it. Go, okay, I'll try swimming.
Yeah.
Hate it, it's boring. I'll do exercise classes. I love it. It doesn't have to be like that. You can figure it out along the way, learn what works for you, learn what doesn't work for you.
Yeah.
Even like say, approach a professional.
Right.
Every client that I've come across has come at me with some angle of, I've tried the gym, or I've tried this, but. So that's where I come in, and I use my profession, use my knowledge to come up with something that will get them to enjoy, or at least just enough to get in there. Get to a gym, get exercising more regularly. And more importantly, they start to benefit from it. And when they see the benefit, then you don't want to stop that, do you?
Of course.
Okay.
But how do you like push them to do it consistently? Let's say I have also started gymming and getting into fitness journey at various points in my life, but I'm not able to do it consistently. So is there any way that we can push people to do it consistently, or it has to come from inside?
Well, obviously it does come from inside,
Yeah.
but more importantly, if you shut that down,
Yeah.
then that's on you.
Okay.
That's when you seek guidance.
Right.
Okay, that's when you come up to someone like myself and say, Ryan, I need guidance. I
Right.
need help. You know, there's a word that gets thrown around a lot, and it's called accountability. Personally, I hate that word. Okay, much to everyone's demise, you know, all the online spaces, you become accountable. You become accountable. You know, me as a coach, no, it's not on me.
Yeah.
It's your job.
Right.
Whilst that's partially true, I still have to inspire you
Mhm.
to want to be involved in the program that you have come to me over.
Right.
Okay, so that whilst there is a degree of that, I don't like throwing that word around. You know, if you're simply just going, help me,
Mhm.
and I'm going, look, you've got a program, you've got a diet plan,
Mhm.
what are you doing wrong?
Yeah.
And you go, oh, I'm just not feeling motivated.
Mhm.
And I turn around and say, well, you need to be accountable.
Mhm.
You're going to be demotivated.
Right.
Or I can simply just come around, kick you up the ass,
Yeah.
and say, let's go.
Correct.
And then just the right conversation, the right inspiration. That's all it is.
Yeah. So, and what's one excuse you hear the most? Oh, I'm not available today. I'll not hit the gym today. I'm feeling lazy today.
Let's go with stress.
Stress?
Yeah, stress. So you're stressed. It's all in your head.
Yeah.
You're sat there, you're stressing, you're tiring yourself out. But in here,
Okay.
physically, you're ready to
Yeah.
fight
Okay.
anything and anyone. But
Yeah.
because that energy's been wasted
Mhm.
and it's been sent back up here,
Mhm.
the drive to go and train or even learn something or exert yourself in a physical manner, it's not there.
Mhm.
And whilst that would benefit you from a stress perspective, it's hard for people who haven't learned how to deal with that
Mhm.
as like, oh, let's go to the gym. Let's take away that mental stress and turn it into physical stress.
Mhm.
Because all of a sudden, you get that mental clarity.
Right.
So there's my answer for that one.
And I think we should also trust professionals like yourself. We cannot do everything ourselves. Like we feel sometimes that given the amount of intelligence, the amount of information that is available online, we can do everything ourselves. But we have to face the truth, right? We have to trust the experts. We have to rely on people like yourself to help us find those missing gaps in ourselves, in our motivation, and help us, continue with this journey of fitness.
So, right, fun questions for you.
Go.
What is your guilty pleasure food? It's like cheat meal or something.
Well, it used to be fish and chips.
Okay.
You can't really get that in Dubai.
Yeah.
I'm told you can, but you
Yeah.
can't beat proper fish and chips. So, yeah, it's a difficult one to ask because obviously I'm new to the area. So I'll probably go. No, I was going to say steak, but
Okay, that's controversial.
You know, nice big juicy steak, but it's not really a cheap meal.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll go with fish and chips. Okay, but like
Great,
it's
great.
got to be UK seaside. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be
Perfect.
fresh. Yeah.
And if you have to train a celebrity, like this huge celebrity, who would you want to train and why?
I don't have a name as such for a certain celebrity. I do require from that certain celebrity someone that is actually willing to train. And that's not from the perspective of like they're massive, they're looking for an action role.
Yeah.
I just simply want that celebrity to kind of look at me and say, look, Ryan, I'm busy. I'm doing whatever celebrities do. I need you to look after me. I need you to get me fit, healthy. And I promise I won't be a pain. Okay?
Yes, that's a good one, because they can be a pain and they can be like, okay, not today, not tomorrow, I have this, I have that, no timings, dates issue and all of that. And then I have one more question to ask you is that what is that one exercise where people feel, okay, this is very effective, but actually it isn't? It's like one exercise which you feel like people are like, oh, this is great, but that's actually isn't.
Good one. So you probably have a lot of people jump on the first bit of kit that they see in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to answer that question with a question with you. So when you walk into a gym, what's the first bit of kit that you see?
I think probably a treadmill or something.
Boom. There you go.
Yeah?
So don't get me wrong, I don't hate treadmills, but everyone walks into the gym and the first thing they do is go, you know what, I'm going to jump on there, kind of walk awkwardly and look around and, oh, look at these buttons. And, you know, you can spend half an hour on there just pressing buttons, going, oh, I don't know what's going on here. Whilst it's good and it can give you a rough kind of step feel to it, essentially you're not driving forwards, you're not walking, okay? You're just walking on the spot. I'd prefer you to get outside. But yeah, I'll go with treadmill. Whilst I do program incline walking and stuff like that into my programs, I'd probably say the treadmill is the one thing that you'd be better off doing outdoors.
Like walking outdoors and not just doing
100%,
treadmill.
yeah.
And trust me, I do that a lot because here you don't get those pathways to walk.
Yeah.
And I'm always hitting the treadmill because I have nothing else to do. So, I mean, that's like,
there you go.
Staying here, you don't get that choice probably, but yeah, I mean, you shouldn't do that because I think because for the knees and a lot of things, treadmill is not a
Next
good.
time you go on the treadmill, put it on an incline of 15. And then come back to me and let me know how you get on.
I will, definitely. I'll keep in mind. And the next question I have is that if you would not be a trainer today, what would you be?
If I wasn't a trainer, what would I be? You know, a funny kind of life pathway I kind of closed the door on a while back is I wanted to be a fireman. And originally I left school to be a mechanic. Do you remember the film Fast and Furious? I basically wanted to be a mechanic.
Okay.
Modify cars, all that. And then I realised, not quite the career path I'm going to go down. And then I went on to another course and I thought, I want to be a fireman. A fireman's a cool job. You get to do lots of action. You get to do lots of things. That'll keep me busy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was only 18, 19 at the time when I applied. And I got a response. And I still remember that response because it's still in there. And it was like, you need more life lessons. You can't join the fire service until you've gone out there and you've learned more from life. Now, obviously, I was about 18, 19. I'm looking at this letter going, huh? Life lessons? It's like I'm 19 years old and I've seen it all.
Yeah.
Now I'm 38. I've seen a lot more and I get it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd probably say fireman. I mean, who knows what other opportunities Dubai throws at me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here to see.
Great.
So Ryan, what's your daily routine like? How do you start your day? What do you eat and how do you go about it?
This is a very common question. And whilst it kills me seeing 20-year-olds tell people how to eat, how to go about their day, not having children, not having responsibilities,
right.
And they claim to be gurus.
Yeah.
I want to kind of nullify some of the irregular activities that a trainer can go through. Okay, like I said, I'm a dad, all right? I'm a busy man. I do a lot of things. And more importantly, you've got to fuel that day based on what your day has to offer. So if you know you're going to be sat down all day, you don't need to start fueling yourself with massive amounts of calories. Okay, that's easy. You sort of fall down a bit of it. However, having said that, what I tend to do in the morning, without fail, is 5 to 6 eggs every morning, just on their own. Sometimes with avocado if I'm feeling a bit funky, but just eggs, breakfast, every day. Now, that'll usually be around about 4 o'clock, 5 in the morning, depending on my work day. And I'll tend to train around about late morning, in which I'll have a protein shake after, because I know then I'll be off to do some more work. And for lunch, it could be a combination of things. Now, whilst I'll never tell people fast food is the way forward, I'm quickly finding out that everyone in Dubai right now has fast food.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, whether it's food that's just delivered to you or whether you go and it's delivered right away.
Right.
It's a common thing that you can just easily just click and it's at your door.
Right.
Now, whilst that does sound good, there are many other options where you can pick a healthier, if that's what you want to call it, option. And you've just got to look at it from a simple perspective. If the ingredients are its sole source, so let's say chicken breast, it's chicken breast. Let's say the sole source is rice, and it's just rice. And let's just say, being cliche here, that the vegetable of choice is broccoli. Those are just 3 ingredients, so you know what's in them. But if you go to a restaurant and you want chicken, rice, and broccoli, then they're going to throw in extra calories through oils and flavors and all these extra additives that don't need to be in there.
Right.
So again, my answer would be just keep it simple. Don't eat too much. Try and get out of the sugar whirlwind that everyone finds themselves in.
Right.
And drink enough water.
Yeah, I think we are the slaves of these fast food companies these days. They have manipulated our taste buds. So I think it's difficult to get out of that, vicious cycle.
100%.
Yeah.
I genuinely love
Yeah.
my eggs in the morning. It's just eggs in a frying pan with a dollop of butter, salt and pepper, and chili flakes. Done.
Yeah.
There's nothing fancy about it. I get fancy by throwing avocado on, but it's avocado. It's not avocado in a mixed, squirty thing with extra additives and all these other preservatives.
Exactly.
It's single source. So keep your food as single source as possible.
As simple as possible. Yeah.
Don't overlook it. Don't overthink it. Don't look, even with the protein shakes, okay? I recommend don't living off them. I simply have it from a convenience standpoint because I'd love to have a T-bone steak straight after my training, but let's be real. It's not going to happen.
And what sort of protein shakes should people go with? Like there are a lot of varieties of shakes, but likes of creatine and whey protein, and sometimes people get confused with the nomenclature. What should they do? Like what should they take? Is it healthy? Do they have side effects?
Creatine and protein are 2 separate entities.
Yeah.
Okay. Whilst I'll always recommend creatine, it has many benefits. Plenty of scientific studies to suggest that it's highly useful within the body and beneficial.
Okay.
Whey protein is a different product.
Okay.
Okay. And whilst there's other derivatives, there's pea protein, there's almonds, there's beef protein, there's all these variations. They're all essentially waste products of some form of manufacturing. Okay. So just remember that. Going back to the single source stuff, if you can have plain chicken breast or beef or whatever meat or protein source you're eating, have that. The protein shakes are simply an act of convenience, which are upsold and therefore distributed, in which I take myself and part of that manufacturing, simply because of the lives of go.
Fast,
yeah.
easy to consume. Yeah.
Now, whilst it's a small fix,
Yeah.
On a larger scale of things that could be fixed,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be overly worried, but that's one thing you can easily tweak and define by adding real food in.
Perfect.
So Ryan, these days there are professionals who are on the go and they don't have time to even eat healthy or exercises or whatever. What do you recommend to those people who are like always on the go, always busy, and they don't have the time to exercise? And what can be that one exercise or that right healthy food that they can consume during the day or exercise and they can still be healthy and eat the right amount of food? So what do you think?
There's a lot of questions in that question.
Yeah.
So a simple answer, would be something that wouldn't quite be true to the answer you're looking for. So I'll interpret it in a way that I felt is necessary. And realistically, those busy professionals will have structured lives.
Yeah.
It's up to them to create some form of structure which incorporates a healthy lifestyle. So whether that'll be having time out to have breakfast, having time to train perhaps in the morning, having time for their lunch, that is a start of a process that can then further extend, because often the extension of that, the breakfast could be, I'm going to have something healthy rather than a breakfast bar, let's say, or even worse, miss it altogether. Or I'm going to have a shake in the morning because that's just going to keep me going, you know, which is going to be full of sugar, or, you know, whatever they do. The other variation when it comes to lunch, let's say, or even dinner, depending on where that structures into their day-to-day, again, going back to the what you should have, try to keep it single source. Okay, driving back home, you see the petrol station, oh look, it's got a KFC. Perfect. No, it's not perfect.
It's not perfect,
Yeah, you can fill your car up, look at the KFC, say, no thanks.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home and have some proper dinner. But let's say the individual has to cook. Well, what are they going to do? Are they going to cook or are they going to order? Let's say they're that busy that they haven't got time to cook. There is a million different ways, especially here, where you can already buy pre-prepped meals. So you either subscribe to one of those, or you spend a day when you are free to cook up everything and prep it all. Simply just in a container, boom, it's there ready for you.
It could be that easier if you make those efforts actually and give that time. And also we talk about, you know, people being vegan and vegetarian and how good that is now. Like these days we see a lot of infiltrated foods with a lot of hormone, like injected, all of those things. Even if you're like ordering something very healthy, you still feel like maybe I don't know what kind of oils they are using, what kind of, even that vegetable is I don't know how old. And so what do you feel is, you know, being vegetarian today is actually
Well, again, that's a very good question, because like you said, there's a lot of additives in there that you feel, hold on, that's against me being vegetarian altogether, because you've added this kind of sauce in, or you've added this kind of preservative in. It's hard to remain true to that belief of being vegan or vegetarian, regardless, without you being the master of your food. So you've got two options. You can become that master of your food, cook, prep, do as much as you can for yourself, or run the risk, or the gauntlet, I'd like to call it, of ordering in. And it comes down to you as an individual. If you're happy with that gauntlet, you can run it. But if you want to be in control and be true to whatever your beliefs may be, then be in control of it.
And these days, you know, people are so stressed about everything, the smallest things, stressed about work, stressed about this, that. How do you combat that? Like, what is that one thing that you would be like, okay, if you're stressed and if you're feeling a bit low, this is what you can do. Like from where I come from, in yoga, they say pranayam, which is like, you know, breathing in and out. So I practice that a lot at times when I'm feeling a bit stressful, you know, feeling a bit low in energy. What do you think would be your...
It's really funny that you referred to yoga. Yoga is great stress relief. Obviously, it releases a lot of physical stress as well as mental stress because it combines the two elements. Again, whilst it's not a one answer fits all, it's more importantly, as an individual, you need to do what makes you happy. Now, it's going to conflict, but if you play a game or a sport or something that makes you happy, you're going to combat that mental stress that you're building up here. Because that's all it is, it's mental stress. Physical stress is being outside right now in 40-degree heat and building a building block. Okay, that's physical stress. Carrying weight up 4 flights of stairs, that's physical stress. But then you speak to those guys, mentally, they're clear as day. But then you flip that the other side around, you've got someone sat at a desk in their apartment for 8 to 9 hours a day. And they've got the mental stress and they seek that outlet. So it could be yoga. Yoga's a great practice. It could be the gym. It could be playing football. It could be swimming. It could be a multitude of things that get you out of that environment. Because again, you create an environment. So you've got to find a way out. It could not necessarily be your apartment gym. It could be you getting out the apartment and going to a gym. because you feel like you've left that space.
Yeah.
So that would be my answer. We're going to see what a general conception of a glute bridge, commonly known as a bridge position, which is used for working your glutes. So please show me what you know. Stop there. Now, it's very, very common when you see people doing bridges. The weight isn't in the heel, it's all in the toes, okay? There's one. Secondly, you can see ribs, okay? Now, those are her ribs. What we're trying to work are the glutes, okay? So right now, the muscles that are working are your lower back and your quads. What it should be are your glutes and your hamstrings. And a little bit of abs, a little bit, okay? So this is how we're gonna fix it. I want you now to lift your heels, yes, lift your toes, and then look what I do with the hips. You turn the hips like so, you draw the ribs down, and slowly turn the hips. That's it, yeah. Straight away, you're gonna feel the glutes firing. Ah, there you go, see, you hear that? Ah, because now, these glutes are working. Your quads aren't working as much, even though I can feel them working, but also your hamstrings are starting to work now. This is how we go active. So we're gonna come down now onto the floor. So, you still see those ribs, so push those ribs down. Lift your head off the mat. So similar to the crunch position, keep those ribs super low, yeah? Now, from that position, I want you to slowly roll the hips up. Perfect, yes, yes, yes. Now, can you feel something working there? Good. So hold your head there for me. Lift your toes up. Continue to roll the glutes up. Perfect. Squeeze. Drop your head back. Don't lose those ribs. Squeeze your bum up. There. Feel that? That, although she's not pushing up as high, which is unnecessary, she's now working the glutes. Now, a little pro tip, which is what you do if you was a trainer like myself, just to help the clients to engage, is this. You can place some resistance in between the knees. So what I like to do is say, squeeze my knee as hard as you can. Squeeze. Whilst pushing the hips up. Squeeze and push. Now, as you can tell, she's getting a bit out of breath, okay? But if you want to be really brutal, you can do this too. So squeeze, squeeze as hard as you can. Now, I'm going to push you down, but you're not going to let me push. Ready? Push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, from that, go up and squeeze, and all of a sudden, much better position. That's how you do glute bridges.
So hi Ryan, can you help me with 3 exercises which I feel I'm not very comfortable with, and which I think I'll probably need your help to improve my stance or everything. So can we start with squats? Can you check if I am doing these squats correctly?
Let's have a look.
Please don't laugh. Is this fine?
Now, this is how not to do squats, okay? So continue. We're gonna fix this, right?
Yeah.
So come on, then let's fix it. So carry on.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna explain to people
Yeah.
how not to do this, okay? So carry on. Now, you're probably wondering, what is he doing wrong? I mean, obviously he thinks he's doing it right, But as you come down now, so go down for me, just stop there. Now, we're gonna make him suffer a little bit, just a little bit. There's a massive rounding here at the back, okay? Wearing cushion trainers don't really help. But watch what happens when I straighten his back up. Oh no! Now he's off balance. But look what I do now. When I shift the weight forwards, squeeze your shoulders back a little bit, embrace your core. Now drive up slowly. Now, let's do that again. Go down slowly. Stop there. Now this is where the real fun comes in. So, we've got an ankle roll just here. If we turn that ankle roll out a little bit, with a little bit of hip, these glutes start to work. Yeah, they do. Come up a little bit. Now lift your chest up. See what we go back to? Exactly that.
Oof, my God.
So you're going to come back down.
I think I'm done for that.
No, you're not. No, you're going to do one more. But it's going to look good this time, okay?
Yeah.
No ankle roll, no arch back. Good. Just hold it there. Push your knees forwards a little bit. Sit there you go. Just drop your chin, drop your chin, drop your chin, 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 chin. Lovely. Now, if he's as solid as he should be, he shouldn't fall over. We can work on that. So, there's the squats.
That's a good one.
This is a pretty classic plank setup here, okay?
Yeah.
Pretty classic. Now, if you can see, there's an arch in the back, okay? On this particular occasion, all the weight is down here. So you can see the back working here. This is just not doing nothing. Meanwhile, his head's up, he's looking forwards. So he's putting a lot of strain on his neck. Considering this is a core exercise, where should you feel it?
At the core.
Yeah. And right now, that's where he's feeling it. Okay, all here. Your core is a combination of your abs. Oh, look what happened, you just lifted his bum up. Magic. But also your lower back. Okay, now, it's a little bit wonky donkey at the moment, so we're going to fix that. So, have a little breather. We're going to get into the correct position. So, next time we attack this, we're going to hit that. And more importantly, head there. Nice and easy. From that, we're going to lift it. We're going to turn this. We're going to rotate the floor. That's the opposite. That's it. That. So, tip I like to do as well, one thing then, okay? Open the abs, pause, engage the abs. Lift your head up slightly, embrace the area. Now he's painting very quickly, okay? Zoom properly. But, with a bit of correct exercise, learning how to, you need to learn how to embrace your core. If you can't do the plank properly, don't bother. Okay. So there is an exercise I will teach you now. Going to lie on your back.
That?
Yep. Now, bringing your feet in, I want you to perform what is commonly known as a crunch. Okay, so let's just look at that first.
Crunch?
Crunch. Yeah. I'm not doing crunch, okay? No crunch. Don't know where we got in that one. Probably you. Okay. So, that's not a crunch. Okay. What I want you to do now, fingertips on your head. Ribs here, yeah? I can reach that abs, okay? I want you to push those ribs down, far down as possible. Push them down, down to chin up, perfect. There you go, do that again. Up. Do that super slow. And what you're learning to do now is you're learning to engage, squeeze. And when you go back to there, go again, squeeze. Keep that chin nice and high. Bringing the ribs down on your own. That is how you do a crunch. We're not finished yet. Back to work.